From producing little to no aggression in his recent outings to missing another major portion of the season, Anthony Davis is catching strays from LeBron James, who's not too happy with him. In fact, AD himself isn't too happy in Los Angeles and could potentially be on his way out.
19 of his last 23. Come on. Underneath! He's got it again! Throw it down!
Don't let that hug against the New Orleans Pelicans fool you. LeBron and AD are not on good terms, as far as the latest rumors seem to suggest. And from what I've seen leading up to the All-Star weekend, I can't say I'm surprised either. We all saw that viral reaction from Davis when LeBron reached the all-time scoring record, right? I mean, I get it. He's a true professional who wants to win games, night in and night out.
Definitely well-deserved. He put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this game.
But even LeBron's biggest haters were getting up from their seats when he broke that record. It was a big thing, and Davis didn't move an inch, as he was the only player on the Lakers bench who kept sitting. Some would call it disrespectful, but from AD's side of the story, it warranted a simple explanation. The Lakers were losing yet another game this season to one of their biggest rivals for a playoff spot, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that too at the Crypto.com arena. How could he possibly be happy after the game? And I understand his frustration. He's a player, smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he'll be missing the playoffs yet again, despite representing the most successful team in NBA history.
67-65, same maybe with AD.
See that left?
Yeah. And we looked at it. He said, yeah,
it's alive!
But things didn't really get better after that either, as the Lakers would lose 2 of their remaining 4 games before the All-Star weekend. And this time, Anthony Davis was probably to blame for the losses too. I get it. The Bucks are extraordinary. You wouldn't really give the low-lying Lakers a chance against them this season. And AD played his heart out. He came up with 16 rebounds and 32 points in that 9-point loss to the Bucks.
Davis has been so aggressive, especially last 7 games. Knocks that one down. Last 7 games, he's averaging 31.
But the Lakers gave up another lead, and without LeBron, it became obvious that the Lakers were lacking leadership on the court. Then in the Lakers' win against the defending champions, the Warriors, on the road, AD was criticized, and it was genuinely one of the worst performances, especially in the first half from the big man. He was also very passive in most plays in the next 2 games against the Blazers and the Pelicans. And it's his insane talent that still helped him to nearly a double 20. This probably has to contribute to the frustration at hand, because Davis was supposed to be leading this Lakers team, and he isn't anywhere close to doing so.
Now 3 of 11 with the miss there, and Davis will try 20-footer, and it is down.
That's his first bucket of the evening.
The Lakers seem to collapse even now, without a 38-year-old LeBron holding their hand, which is probably the reason why LeBron's been angry at AD too. This further hints towards a possible breakup of the championship-winning duo in Los Angeles. But more on that later. For now, LeBron's anger with Davis is probably justified too. Yes, I completely agree that AD remains one of the most extraordinary talents in the NBA. His unique skill set allows him to dominate the paint, and the switch to the center position has helped him become more dominant.
Troy Brown Jr. in and out, not back in again. Offensive work on the glass, Anthony Davis.
But more often than not, Davis lacks the energy and push to go all the way in a game. He ends up remaining on the back foot and lacks an element of aggression on the court, something which, if implemented, can do wonders for his game, and he'd be truly unstoppable. But more than that, there's the issue of injuries. AD isn't the most reliable player out there. He gets injured way too often and way too much, and that's something that has pushed LeBron over the edge this season.
The Lakers are currently without Anthony Davis right now, as reported by our Malika Andrews.
He was ready to hand over the keys, as they say in the NBA, to AD, but he still ended up having to play 36 minutes per night over the course of the season. And without LeBron on the court, it just doesn't seem like the Lakers ever close out a game. He's not happy with how AD gets away and blames Darvin Ham for it. And all this, according to Colin Cowherd, who's been giving some major scoops, which, at least for now, should be taken with a pinch of salt. Cowherd recently pointed out that LeBron's unhappiness problems with AD and Ham could be the reason the Lakers decide to move AD on, and apparently the Mavericks have a lot of interest in getting their hands on Davis. Yeah, that's another potential scoop from Cowherd, who believes that this partnership has reached its breaking point, and in the offseason this year, Anthony Davis will be offloaded by the Lakers. He also revealed how the Dallas Mavericks have been interested in AD's situation, and they'd love to have him next to Luka Doncic. In fact, some believe that there's a lot of potential behind that move, and it could actually happen, especially with the recent Kyrie Irving move to Dallas, and how LeBron and the Lakers are still interested in acquiring his services. It would be something of a mismatch, as the Lakers would need another big man to cover up the obvious shortcomings in case AD leaves. But it's something that could genuinely happen, especially if Cowherd knows a thing or two about the Mavs' interest. A possible sign-and-trade involving Kyrie and AD could happen, as the Lakers will be able to free up enough cap space to get Kyrie in. That way, they can also potentially look to land another center, and with a bit of rebuild already underway, the Lakers can actually mount another challenge for the playoffs and the championship next season. But LeBron being not happy with AD is saying something for sure, as I don't need to remind you of LeBron's nature. He's always been someone who wants to get along with everybody, and that's been one of the criticisms that many people have over LeBron, as other supreme stars would never hang around and accept things the way they are. They will always call out their teammates if they don't like something, as we saw with Michael Jordan or even Tom Brady. But LeBron was more than passive in his dealings with Russell Westbrook, and some believe he's doing the same with AD. That means the Lakers might actually have a major decision to make come the beginning of the summer, as they might have to choose between Anthony Davis and LeBron James. It will be a big decision to make, as the franchise has a lot riding on its future, no matter which player they go with. Of course, there's always the route that the Utah Jazz went with in the summer, as they ditched both their stars. But despite all these recent reports, the current priority of all three parties remains the same: getting the Lakers to the playoffs. Yeah, all this trade talk should be left off for the summer. The Lakers and both their biggest stars, LeBron and AD, wouldn't want to miss out on the playoffs again. That's why they need to put their foot down and target the playoffs, and make sure they give their all every single night from here until the last game of the regular season. It's a huge task, yes, but if done correctly, who knows what the Lakers can truly achieve in the postseason. They're the kind of team no one will want to face in the postseason, and that's the upside of this partnership between LeBron and AD. They've done it once in the past, they can do it again. And if they do it once more, who knows what happens in the summer? That's all I've got on AD not being happy in Los Angeles, and LeBron James potentially wanting AD out.